So folks, Andrew's true put out announcement has been delivered, and he said while sitting in prison there were numerous considerations that allowed my psyche obstinate and determined, so more charming than others I could utilize my iron brain to annihilate them totally and force more reasonable thought, however some of the time, instead of outright trouble. You ought to permit the considerations and sentiments at quiet. They are messages from the universe where you open the iron entryway and permit myself to think what I figured. A few days I be confident, others critical, both enjoyed benefits and disservices. It was challenging to conclude which outlook I really favored, so the universe chose to let me know I was stuck within a free meter cell 24 hours every day, lockdown, 0 yard time. Look yourself in your washroom without your telephone or PC, enjoy, sit in there for an hour, then attempt 96 days. After around 5 weeks I've been able to at last pick a film to watch. I picked The Shawshank Recovery. That film hits uniquely in contrast to inside a prison cell. Red expressed something while at the same time examining the self-destruction of streams. These walls are entertaining. First you disdain them, then you become accustomed to them, and enough time elapses you get so subject to them that is the grid on a sufficiently long time span many develop to cherish it. In the film they discuss how men are the ones who have abandoned all trust. Red says trust is a hazardous thing. Trust can make a man crazy. He's making sense of how imprisoned the lattice is more straightforward to acknowledge, whether you comprehend that you won't ever escape. When you accept there is another way, you feel torment, you feel dissatisfaction, and this is the distinction among negativity and hopefulness. Assuming that you genuinely accept you are in a bad way, the framework is against you and you won't ever get out. A peculiar feeling of quiet comes over you. Feel okay with an activity since it doesn't make any difference. At any rate, does it? We're not acknowledged. I might in all likelihood never escape jail. I feel better. Isn't that crazy? When I was hopeful and confident that I was honest, I would take a gander at the walls around me and feel horrendous. The expectation exacerbated me. I would settle on baffled telephone decisions and read legitimate books and figure the most ideal method for guarding myself. Yet presently I'm free. Perhaps on the off chance that I didn't settle on those telephone decisions I wouldn't be certain. Assuming I had remained crushed, I would have felt improved inside prison. However, I would in any case be inside the cell I really wanted. The aggravation and required the disappointment to get away. On the off chance that you genuinely need to accomplish the unthinkable, you should be confident that you can at long last be free, and you really want to feel furious that you're still inside your jail cell. A ton of you might believe you're not in a jail cell in prison. They choose when I awakened, when I dozed, when I ate, and where I went in your life. Your boss chooses when you awaken and when you eat, and your bank chooses where you go. You're in prison. You are not free. In the event that you accept, it is absolutely impossible to get away from. You'll in a split second feel better, as I did. I was negative inside the prison cell. In the event that you accept you can get away from, you'll turn out to be transiently rankled, yet you will get away from. You really want to feel the blood in your veins advance as you take a gander at the people who live beyond every one of the possible boundaries. Well, you are totally normal, the most gorgeous lady on earth, and the main men in the world truly want to address you. Were unable to pay them to burn through their time. Since you're within a prison cell you've never free, might you at any point perhaps know what stories might you at some point conceivably have? You were within the grid. These individuals planned the framework. They assemble your life and they control your life. They want to cooperate with you. Don't make any difference, and you won't ever make any difference except if you become free. The account of the Shawshank Reclamation is one of the good faith versus cynicism. Red, who is negative, is shown by Andy, who is good, that even unthinkable chances can be overwhelmed with cautious arranging, perseverance, persistence, and trust. Andy battled in prison, however Andy got away from prison. Red was an over-the-top weakling to feel the genuine aggravation of oppression, and for this reason he remained subjugated for such a long time. Do you comprehend what I'm attempting to share with you? Cautious arranging, constancy, persistence, and trust. Take folks, all the more impressive message from Andrew. What did you think about it? Remark your considerations down underneath in the remark segment. Kindly leave a like, buy in, and turn on warnings on.